is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. The Olympic Games. Ancient History, 2006. Truman Capote. Catching Some Z's. Note the quotation marks. You're going to win a Pulitzer. And turn, turn, turn. Player 1, you start. You might have to get as high as 20 feet off the ground to win a medal in this field event. Okay, Player 1. Good. Please pick again. In the Olympic 400-meter relay final, this many runners compete together as a team. Yes, Player 1? That's right. Way to go. Player 1. Pick again.
Yeah!
Answer, the Daily Double. You are in the lead right now. What are you going to wager? Here is your Daily Double clue. Next to the marathon, it's the longest running event in the Summer Olympics. You have maintained your lead. Way to go. You get to pick again, Player 1. Norway's Andreas Thorkildsen won a 2008 gold medal by throwing this 90.57 meters. Yes, Player 1? Yes. Player 1, Sarah will present this clue.
Led by Ángel de María, this South American powerhouse won its second consecutive gold in men's soccer at the 2008 Games.
Okay, Player 1. You are correct. Please pick again, Player 1. In February, he shot Harry Whittington, not his intended target. Okay, Player 2. That is correct. A lot of clues, discovery, and this legendary space shuttle went aloft. Okay, Player 1. Correct. Player 1. In November, an Andy Warhol work depicting this Asian leader sold for more than $17 million. It's Player 1. You got it. Player 1, back to you for our... This famous American passed away the day after Christmas at the age of 93. It's Player 2.
Yeah!
Player 2. He led the French team to the finals of soccer's World Cup, only to be ejected after headbutting an Italian player. Let's hear it, Player 1. That's right. Way to go.
Yeah! Woo!
All right, let's get back into this. Player 1 has control of the board. Capote was born Truman Streckfus Persons, September 30th, 1924, in this southern U.S. city. It's Player 3. Right. All right, She's the lead character in Capote's Breakfast at Tiffany's. Let's hear it, player one. Yes. A lot of clues, a lot of category. He won an Oscar for playing Truman in Capote. Yes, player one. Correct. We return to you. Capote invites the world's greatest detectives to his house for a contest in this 1976 film spoof. Okay, player three. Yes. Player three. Capote gained fame with this otherworldly 1948 novel about a teenager in a crumbling southern mansion. Yes, player two. Yes. Player two. You're in command of the board. Each defender guards a section of the playing area in this system of sports defense. Okay, player one. That is correct. Player one, start it. This Italian squash can be eaten raw, steamed or grilled, or baked in a sweet bread. It's player two. Good. Player two, two-word term for the weightlessness experienced by astronauts in orbit. It's player two. Right you are. Player two. Let's take it over to Kelly.
It's the point on the celestial sphere vertically above a given position.
Okay, player one. Yes. Player one. The Lozi people moved to higher ground during the annual flooding of this African river. Player three. Right. All right, let's get back into this. Player three. Julia Keller won in 2005 for her reporting on a 10-second event, the destruction of Utica, Illinois, by one of these. Player two. Hey, you're right. All right, in 2007, counterintelligence columnist Jonathan Gold became the first critic of these to win a Pulitzer. Yes, player three. That's correct. Player three. This city's Herald won in 1993 for public service for coverage of Hurricane Andrew and its aftermath. Okay, player three. Right. Player three. The first two Pulitzers for writing these, to the New York Tribune and Louisville Courier-Journal, didn't name the authors. Player two. Right you are. Player two. Russell Jones won for his reporting about Soviet repression from this capital in 1956. Player one. Right. Okay, let's get back into this. Like a loon's, a tern's feet have this feature. Yet terns are not notable swimmers. Yes, player two. Good. All right, the sooty tern is about 16 inches long, with a white forehead, and is otherwise this color above and white below. Okay, player three. Yes. A lot of clues. This geographic turn's 20,000-mile trip gives it the longest migration of any bird. Yes, player 3? You are correct. Player 3. Terns eat insects, small fish, and this type of arthropod whose name comes from the Latin for hard-shelled ones. Yes, player 2. Yeah, good. Here's the $1,000 clue for you. Named for the sea between Southeast Europe and Asia, this 21-inch long bird is one of the largest kinds of tern. It's player 2. That's right. Way to go. Player 3 is in third place and will select first in the Double Jeopardy round, as we always do, right after this break. Categories for the Double Jeopardy round are the movie of the song, One World, literature, science. Let's go to Suriname. And U.S. cities. Hey, it's still anyone's game, and player 3, you get to select first. Lose Yourself, 2002. It's player 1. Good for you. Player 1, A Whole New World, 1992. Let's hear it, player 1. Right. Player 1, Let's Hear It for the Boy, 1984. Let's hear it, player 1. Right you are. Player 1, Zippity-Doo-Dah, 1947. Okay, player 1. Yes. You again, player 1. Papa, Can You Hear Me? 1983. Player 2. Yes. Player 2, make a selection, please, as we continue. To completely reverse your direction while driving is to pull one of these. Yes, player 3? You are correct. Player 3, you start us off. A popular koan, or meditation subject of Zen Buddhism, asks the student to try to imagine this sound. Yes, player 2. That's it. Player 2, numerical name for Scheherazada's tales. Player 2. Good. Select again. Title of playwright Moss Hart's autobiography. Let's hear it, player 3. Yes. Player 3. Based in Chicago, this financial services provider merged with J.P. Morgan Chase in 2004. Player 1. Right. Okay, let's get back into this. Player 1, you make the next selection as we continue. At the end of this novel, Reverend Dimsdale reveals publicly that he is the father of Hester Prynne's daughter. Player 2. Right. Player 2, make a selection, please, as we continue. This character's first literary appearance was in the tragic drama The Seducer of Seville. Let's hear it, Player 1. That's it. Player 1, he wrote the 2001, 2010, 2061, and 3001 Odyssey books. Okay, Player 1. Correct. Player 1. This Neville Shute novel depicts the coming annihilation of the human race after a nuclear war. Yes, Player 2. Good. Player 2. The title of this 1985 Bobby Ann Mason novel refers to the time a soldier spent in Vietnam. It's Player 3. That's right. Way to go. Player 3, you start us off. It's the weakest of the 4 basic forces, but it's strong enough to keep the moon orbiting the Earth. Player 1. Good. Okay, let's get back in. Let's go over to Jimmy.
A cubic inch of material contains 1,000,000 billion billion of these, each with protons and neutrons in its nucleus.
It's Player 2. Right. Player 2. Changes in the tropospheric layer of this are what give us weather. It's Player 2. Right you are. Player 2. To test deep water structures, wave tanks generate waves, wind, and this water flow, from the Latin for running. Player 1. Right. Player 1. The name of this 8th element is from a Greek word meaning sharp. It's Player 3. Correct. Player 3, you're in command of the board as we continue right now. Since many of Suriname's workers come from India, this religion is practiced by almost 30%. Let's hear it, Player 1. You got it. Player 1, in a 1667 deal, the English got New York City, and these people got the territory that would become Suriname. It's Player 3. That's correct. Where do we begin, Player 3? A powerful presence in the country is Suralco, part of this giant metals company. Let's hear it, Player 3. You are correct. Select again. Suriname is wedged between Guyana and this dependency. Okay, Player 1. Hey, you're right. Player 1, you start us off. That's it. The first of the 2 daily doubles. And you have the lead, Player 1. The clue. About half of Suriname's 439,000 people live in this capital city. That puts you even further ahead. Player 1, back to you. This New Mexico artist colony town's pueblo was chosen as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1992 Player 3? Correct. Player 3, you start. Let's take it over to Jimmy.
If you're feeling a little rocky, run up these stairs to visit this city's museum at Benjamin Franklin Parkway.
Okay, player 2. Right. Player 2. Answer. The other daily double. You're in second place, so what is your wager going to be? So, what's your wager? All right, here's your clue. Mormons settled this city in 1855, but thought it was too much of a gamble and abandoned it in 1857. Right. You get to pick again. This Oklahoma city is known for its Art Deco buildings, including the Phillips Oil Philcade. Let's hear it, player 3. Good for you. Here's the $2,000 clue. Granite works sprung up in and around this state capital, using stone from Bahrain, a few miles away. It's player 3. Right. Good game. All of you will continue on to play Final Jeopardy when we return. We've got the Final Jeopardy round here for you, and today it features this category: the social sciences. You need to select your wager. And now the final clue. Coined in 1899, this word suggests that things like rivers and boundaries affect nations' foreign affairs. Your response? How much do you add to your total with that correct response? And your response? With that correct response, you will gain. And your response? With that correct response, you will gain. This makes you our new champion, Player 1, so congratulations. We'll see you all next time.